Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I found some real estate to do this video, but in this video what I want to share with y'all is the 5 things that I hate about my 2019 F250 Platinum. I want to say a couple of them. Really doesn't matter what edition it is, XL, XLT, Lariat, but they're really the 5 things that I dislike about my truck. Now I do got to say 2017s through 2019s, I'm not sure about the 2011s through the 2016s, but I do want to say that the quality control on the 17s to the 19s are really good. After years of research, reading on the forums, there's really not specific small deficiencies that people really complain about that has to come with quality control. But the things people are discussing about that they do not like about these trucks are mostly, that come with time. They're more so imminent, right? So just after mileage and years of use, city, highway, whatever you're pulling, you're gonna have some deficiencies in any truck. So the first thing that I do have to say that I dislike about this truck, Platinum specific or Lariat and above with the Ultimate package, is going to be the auto high beam when it's foggy. All right, so when it's foggy outside, the auto high beam, it will stay in high mode, right? And which really sucks, because if you have oncoming traffic, what's going to happen is that those high beams are going to stay on and you're going to have to just flip it off yourself, right? So honestly, when it's foggy outside, and I do find myself driving in foggy situations quite a bit, I just turn off the auto high beam, right? All right, so what does that entail? I'm gonna have to go over here to settings. I believe it's gonna be auto high beam. All right, so when it comes time to it, when I know it's gonna be super foggy, I come into the settings, pretty much just press that, and I'm good to go. But for the most part, it's a really cool feature, and if it's not foggy, probably the best auto high beam features in coming out in modern day vehicles out there. All right, guys, so next thing I want to complain about is probably the vibrations in the truck with the upgraded sound system. So yeah, first world problems. I guess you just have to raise your volume. That's at least what I do. But there are a bunch of little small vibrations that you wouldn't expect in an $80,000 truck, but I guess you have to spend $120,000 if you want something like that or an added feature. But I mean, they would be coming from, these panels right here, maybe within this panel, just all around. Speakers are right there too. But it's one of those things where, if you have some loose cans, bottles, if you got a roadie with you, like it may be shaking just with the speakers around, just the music blasting around. But that's one thing I did need to complain about. All right, so the third topic I wanted to bring up to y'all's attention is the actual massaging seats that come on these trucks. So it's not really a quality control kind of thing. Like I said, not much that these trucks really come with issues or complaints about, but it's going to be the massaging seat feature on this Platinum edition. Honestly, I would say I could do without the massaging seats. It's one of those things where it's like cool to read about, or like, oh, your truck's got massage seats. That's gotta feel so good. It's probably only worth $1 for like a minute massage at the mall. It's just one of those things where like you have to experience it maybe once, say you like it, but after that, it's not really a thing that I use on even, short trips, long road trips. Honestly, at sometimes I really don't even notice it on. All right, so the truck's booting up. What I have to do, what a lot of people do, is just you press this button, really, and that engages the massaging feature on your truck. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and press the button, and this is what pops up on the truck. I guess the 8-inch display. All right, so you have driver, and then you have passenger, right? Passenger has its own button that you can press, that they can press. So you have massage, or you can adjust it from here, right? You can adjust it using the buttons on the side of the seat. But we're talking massage here, right? So here's the driver, and as you can see, once I press that button, it automatically engages, and I have it set to just high, right? and I believe these are upper back, and then you have like lower lumbar, lower back right here, probably butt function. But you have options to either have it low or high, and you can, you know, just kind of mess around with these things. But when I do turn it on, say for a long road trip, when I forget that they're actually on, they're going to be set to high. But you can actually hear it. Let me see if I can pop out and show you where the massaging actually tries to take place. You can see it just kind of slowly elevate, right, and then maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. But if y'all are really thinking about getting the massage seats, or just kind of getting that bump and upgrade just for like that feature, I wouldn't recommend it. Just to me, it just doesn't even, it's not even worth it. Just the massaging is just not strong enough. Really doesn't really want to get in there, and like, yeah, sure, you don't want to get pushed around while you're driving, but for the most part, it's just one of those things where like you feel like a very soft roller, even if it's in its high function. So like I said, I wouldn't recommend it, but for those who really, you know, like their butt getting massaged, it's one of those things where you know, go for it. But it's one thing that I really don't like, so I really don't use it. That'll lead us into our fourth point, and that is going to be not really Platinum specific, the rear camera on our trucks. It's starting to get a little foggy. It's not the best of rear cameras. I've seen some, the 5th gen Rams, they're pretty good, but the rear cameras, it's a little foggy. It could definitely do better. If it gets cold, it will get frosted over. All right, let me go ahead and show you. All right, so I turned on the truck. Go ahead and put it in reverse. All right, so this is what pops up. Now the features of the rear camera are pretty cool. They actually are 360 degree camera right there. But just with the I don't know what you can say, pixels of the camera lens, you can definitely tell it's aging some. With what modern day vehicles are coming out with, the rear camera could definitely be a little more better quality. I like that for, you know, trying to hitch up. But it does come with a lot of features. I'm not mad about the features. I'm actually mad about just the camera pixel quality, right? You would want something a little better, especially if you're trying to hitch up. I know that helps out just a little bit, but it feels a little better quality. That'll help you out in the long run. All right, so the next topic of discussion is going to be the actual Sync 3 system. So if you haven't seen my video about upgrading to the Sync 3.5, Sync 4 system, I'll go ahead and post a link in the top right. But I pretty much upgraded the Sync 3 system to the upgraded what comes on the 2020 and up. So my wife has a 2020 Ford Expedition, which came with the upgraded Sync software, and so I saw how kind of cool that was, and it's a little more user friendly. So since it doesn't crash as much as the Sync 3 system, that really encouraged me to actually upgrade the software, and it really wasn't too hard of a process. Again, it's not really specific to a Platinum Edition, but one thing I do highly recommend for those who are still use the Sync 3 system to upgrade to the better software that comes with the 2020 and up Ford really vehicle line. Those are the 5 things that I dislike about my truck. For the most part, I'm in love with this truck, but like anything else, it's not perfect. It cannot be tailored to everyone's specific taste. But yeah, those are the things I dislike about this truck. Side note, this truck is absolutely disgusting. I'm not sure if you can see how dirty this thing is. Now the white Platinum Tri-Coat really hides it being dirty really well, but when it hasn't been washed, and I want to say about a month and a half, driving some miles, driving up to Virginia, salty roads, all that sediment just kind of catches up with the truck, and yeah, it's pretty dirty. So once it kind of heats up a little bit later in the day, I'm probably going to wash it. You know, especially this tip over here. I kind of like how it's a little bit shiny, but as of right now, it's like a matte shiny. So wheels need to get clean. Centromatics are awesome. These tires doing very well. But yeah, guys, just wanted to share my thoughts on what I dislike about the truck. Everything else, I have no issues with this truck. I love the way it drives, the tuning, the drivability, everything is good to go. But guys, go ahead and let me know down below what you dislike about your truck. See if I can answer any of those questions or comments. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. I got plenty of F250, plenty of diesel content, and I'm trying to boost my subscriber count. So for those that are subscribers, appreciate you. And until next time, see y'all.